thank you for joining us today. We're going to be interviewing Jennifer Trotter with Lip Service Makeup, finding out how she got into weddings, what she loves about them, and just a little bit more. So having done weddings for so many years, what's the one thing that you find interesting or that you like the look of, or that's something that you would really say is poignant to you?
There's so many things about weddings that I love, but having been a vendor for so long, there's two things I've noticed that have really changed, and one is social media. That's a huge difference. Social media literally didn't exist when I started in the wedding industry. And for a bride, I think it's really cool because you have the advantage, you meaning brides out there, you can scope out everybody and anybody at your leisure before you even call them, before you even begin a negotiation or talks with a particular vendor. You can check out who they work with, you can check out the brides they've worked with, you can check out the quality of their work. You can literally scope that out for a year if you want to before you call. So you can go into that relationship feeling pretty confident that as long as they have your date open and pricing's good and all of that, you can book. I think I have a benefit in that too, because I can put my stuff out there on social media. They can scope it all out. They can come to me feeling a lot more confident, and I really like that. Another thing I've noticed that I really like, back in the day, everyone had everything the same. It was all pretty. I felt like everyone's dresses looked the same, everyone's weddings everyone kind of had the same buffet, the same food, very the same. The only differences were, maybe it was a little fancier or a little bit less fancy. Nowadays, anything goes. You can have a strapless dress, you can have a long sleeve lace gown, you can get married at a country club, you can get married in a rustic white barn. It's really anything goes, and I love that. I love that personal touch. I think that's really, really cool.
It's fun to see the couple's personality come out like that.
Yeah, I like that.
So what sets you apart from other vendors in your industry?
I would say one of the things is, I think it's really tough to find someone who has as much experience as I do, but who's still so enthusiastic and so in it to win it. I think that oftentimes when you've been doing something for 26 years, you're losing enthusiasm, you're losing interest, you're kind of like, I'm on my way out of this, or this is how I make a living, but I'm really not that into it. That can happen, and I think it's a benefit that I've been in it for so long, and I am just as enthusiastic now as I was 20 plus years ago. And I think anyone who knows me would agree with that. When I show up on a Saturday morning with my stuff and my team, I'm just as excited to get going and work with that bride as I was my bride, 500 brides ago, 700 brides ago, because I'm over 1,200 now. So I've done over 1,200 weddings, and I'm just as excited now as I was back then. And I think that's pretty cool.
That's wonderful. And I'm sure that your brides and the recurring brides and families see that continuance.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us today. Again, this is Jennifer Trotter with Lip Service Makeup. And if you have any questions or comments, comment below, and we'll see you next time.